Hey guys, it's Leia, aka Chef Leia the Playa. It is 2022. I have been gone for so long, but I'm back. I'm better than ever, okay? It's January, it's cold outside, so we are making something that's gonna warm you from the inside out, okay? We're making French onion soup, and it's going to be delicious, okay? So this is a variation on Maddie Matheson's French onion soup recipe, so let's get into the ingredients, okay? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of onions that we're going to use. Yes, this is going to be an onion video, but I'm not gonna make you cry. So for our ingredients, we've got cipollini onions, we've got shallots, we've got red onions, we've got yellow onions, and we've got red pearl onions for all of our onions. And then we're doing this vegan style, but you can make this non-vegan style if you would like. So we've got vegan provolone and smoked Gouda, but if you want to make this regular schmegular style, you can do Gruyere or Emmental cheese. Those are the recommended bougie cheeses that you should use for French onion soup. And the only other thing here that is not shown is the sourdough bread that you're gonna use to top off your French onion soup. So our other ingredients, you want a neutral oil, okay? And you're gonna want 2 different types of wines, a red wine and a white wine. So we have sherry cooking wine, and we've got this bougie one over here, Madeira. And since this is vegan, we're going to be using this organic vegetable broth, but if you want to make it non-vegan, you can use beef broth because that makes it a lot more heartier. And for our spices, we've got thyme and rosemary. We've got butter as well. So those are our main ingredients. We're gonna get right to it. We're gonna chop some of these onions and we're gonna leave others until the end. We're back. We've chopped our onions. We've chopped our yellow and red onions. And we've got our neutral oil and butter in a pot. So we're going to throw these guys in here for 15 minutes to let them cook. And then we're gonna come back after 15 minutes. By the way, I did all the crying off camera. It was painful. This video was very painful for me, but you do things you love. No. You do what you love, even if it hurts. Also, I'm making a non-vegan one just for my friends. But we're highlighting the vegan version of French onion soup today. So that's why we got 2 pots. I'll be back in 15 minutes. So why do we cry when we cut onions? Well, onions, like all living things, are made of cells, and when you chop an onion, you're cutting into those cells, which release into the air an enzyme called lacrimatory factor synthase. And this enzyme mixes with the amino acids within the onion called sulfoxides, and that chemical reaction creates a product called sulfenic acid, which eventually turns into sulfuric acid. So the lacrimal glands in your eyes become irritated and produce tears. But not just any tears. Humans have different tears depending on the situation. Specifically for onion cutting, these tears are called reflex tears. Sulfuric acid stimulates your sensory nerves in your eyes and tells your brain to send hormones to your lacrimal gland within your eyelids, and then causes tears to come down your face. And then you rethink your entire life and wonder why you don't just buy the pre-chopped onions. So there are a lot of varieties of onions. Some with mild flavors, some with strong flavors, and used for a variety of dishes. So different varieties of onions taste different due to the different ratios of sugar, water, proteins, and overall chemical composition. Fun fact, the onion was worshipped by ancient Egyptians because they thought that the spherical shape and concentric rings symbolized eternity. So FYI, you don't want to really cook your onions, you don't want them turning brown, you just want them translucent. And after 15 minutes, once they become translucent, you can now add your shallots. Okay, so once you add your shallots, you're going to continuously stir and then turn it on low, medium low. And then this is going to take about 2 hours. They're going to completely turn into like mush almost. But make sure you stir, and if they start sticking to the bottom, you can add a little bit of water. But yeah, we're gonna add our shallots. Stir that up really nice. gonna keep doing this for about 2 hours, and then you add a lid until everything's all mushy gushy, and then we'll be back.
2 hours later.
So it's been about 2 hours, and now we're going to add the wines. And this is very flammable, so make sure you guys step back and you're very careful when you're adding your wine, okay? So it's 2 cups of Madeira and 1 cup of sherry. Stir that around. Make sure your temperature's on low. So once your wine's in there, you're going to add your onions, your small onions. So this is the red bulb onions and the cipollini onions. Next, you're going to add your rosemary, just a whole sprig, and a dash of thyme. That was more than a dash. Now add your vegetable broth. You're gonna stir this up, and you're gonna let this go for 1 more hour. And same thing for the non-vegan version. We're gonna add our wines, thyme and rosemary, the goods, and our beef broth. Also at this point, you wanna taste the salt. And lid on for 1 hour. Okay, so we've got our soups all ready. We're now going to just toast up our bread on each side. Okay, so looking great. You want a really nice crust, golden brown. After this, we're gonna throw them in the oven on broil, toss some cheese on top, and let that melt, and it's gonna be great. So we've transferred our soup into a smaller container. We're going to throw our little perfectly done crostinis on top, just 2. Grab a big handful of Gruyere, sprinkle that on top. The more the merrier. All right, put that onto an oven-safe baking dish. Throw that in on broil, just until the top is perfectly melted. And then we're gonna take it out and we're gonna see how it tastes. Lousy. Final product. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It just takes lots of tears, lots of time, and lots of effort to make this super delicious French onion soup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you next time. Okay, who wants the first one? I just need to remember what the name of this cheese is. Emmental? Emmental.
Why don't you just look at the package?
Cause that's not the, that's why.
You know I'm recording, right?
Are you?
Yeah.